Federal budget is about our national priorities. It's about who we are as a nation, what we believe in. And what the committee is discussing today is very, very serious business. In my view, no family, no business, no local or state government can responsibly write a budget without first understanding the problems and challenges that it faces, whether it's a business, a country, a city, or whatever. As I examined the budget brought forth in the Senate and the House by Republicans, this is how I see how they analyze where we are as a country. At a time of massive and unprecedented income and wealth inequality, the Republicans look around them and they say, wow, we got 3 people owning more wealth than the bottom half of American society. Very richest people are becoming phenomenally richer. Working people are struggling. What's the solution? Well, obviously the solution is to give massive tax breaks to the rich and make a very bad situation even worse. It is apparently not good enough that the top 1% today own more wealth than the bottom 90%. That is rather phenomenal. But in my Republican colleagues' eyes, the wealthy and the powerful need even more help. 1% owning more wealth than the bottom 90%, just not good enough. We could do better than that. So not only should the very wealthy be asked to pay their fair share of taxes, the Republicans believe that we should give huge tax breaks to millionaires and billionaires. It is apparently, for my Republican colleagues, not good enough that corporate America is now, in many cases, enjoying record-breaking profits, and the CEOs of large corporations now earn 300 times more than what their average employees make, 300 times more. It is apparently not good enough that since 1975, there has been a $50 trillion, that's with a T, trillion-dollar transfer in wealth from the bottom 90% of our population to the top 1%. That's apparently not good enough. So what we are looking at right now is a situation where Republicans want to give massive tax breaks to the rich and come up with programs to hurt our kids, our elderly, and working families. Mr. Chairman, as I'm sure you are aware, the United States of America is the only major country on earth not to guarantee health care to all people. And I think most Americans would agree with me that whether you're rich, you're poor, you're young, you're old, health care is a human right. All of us get sick. All of us are going to need health care. We're the only major country not to provide health care to all. And the result of that is not just that 85 million people in our country are uninsured or underinsured, despite spending twice as much per capita on health care as the people of other countries. Here's the reality we don't talk about, Mr. Chairman. Over 60,000 people in this country die every single year because they can't afford to get to a doctor on time. People die because they can't afford the outrageously high cost of prescription drugs. So I think what we are talking about is priorities. Are we comfortable, as apparently some are, that at a time of massive income and wealth inequality, the goal is to give more tax breaks to the rich? Are we comfortable at a time when so many of our people are uninsured or underinsured, when we're the only country on earth, major country, not to guarantee health care at all? Solution is to throw millions more children and elderly people. When we cut Medicaid, let us not forget that it's not just low-income kids, low-income people. It is a lot of folks who are in nursing homes. I don't quite think that that is an appropriate way to treat our elderly people in this country. So one other point, Mr. President, I have been hearing from the President and Mr. Musk about military spending. And what they have pointed out is that over the last, I think it's 7 years, every independent audit that the Pentagon has not been able to succeed in doing an independent audit of the Pentagon. And I think, according to Mr. Musk, according to President Trump, there are waste and fraud within the Defense Department of hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars. So it's kind of hard for me to understand that, given that reality, why anybody here would want to give the Pentagon and defense contractors another $150 billion. So I will be offering an amendment to deal with that and many other amendments to try to create a budget that works for working families and not just for the very wealthy. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.